screams and dreams, reality slashing. YouTube visions collide, breaking the routine, standing up the norm in Gothic Twilight's gleam. Master and Raven, together they scheme. Digital phantoms rise, therapy sessions posted, drawn and prying eyes. Raven writes in twilight beneath stormy skies, reality twisted, blurred like a disguise. Gothic Legion follows, comets drop like rain. Master's dark wisdom, Raven's poetic pain. Digital worlds conquer, yet a hollow gain. Wandering shadows, tethered by a chain. Illuminated screens, artificial light, curtains drawn, late into the night. True selves masked, lost within the bite. Master and Raven, clinging to the fight. YouTube visions collide, breaking the routine, standing up the norm in Gothic Twilight's pact, binding the lost, bringing sanity back. Between screens and dreams, reality slashing. YouTube visions collide, breaking the routine, standing out the norm in Gothic Twilight's gleam. Master and Raven, together they scheme. Their digital phantoms rise, therapy sessions posted, drawn and prying eyes.
First of all, I want you two kids to know this is a safe space, okay? Feel free to express yourself. Don't be afraid. I sense there's an enabler here, but we'll get to that.
Bowser, I feel like he has to be on my list.
Because he's
Bowser.
bondage daddy sexy.
Bondage daddy, but also like
Good
literal
father.
daddy.
Yeah.
You heard her.
I'm not repeating that.
Draw your last pathetic card so I can end this, Yugi.
My grandpa's deck has no pathetic cards, Kaiba. But it does contain the unstoppable
Master of the TDS.
Impossible!
So it's this guy. I really wish this guy would stop doing this. I think that this... there's like 3 levels of stupid to this. So, like, number 1, I don't think he understands how botting works.
If you truly want to know, open your mind!
Master does not like the way I eat muffins.
Okay, I'm sorry, but when I'm a normal person, you eat the muffin, you take bites, and you finish the muffin, and it has the wrapper, and you throw the wrapper out, and you're done. My wife eats it like in tiny little bites, and then bites the wrapper and like bites pieces off of like on the wrapper.
You take it out of the wrapper. I eat it with the wrapper still on. That's how you're supposed to eat a
but
muffin.
then
So
with the
stuck on your
then when
hand.
you the wrapper, you're eating it. You can't eat the wrapper.
What's wrong with eating the scraps?
It looks weird.
But there's literally no one else there. It's just you and me at breakfast.
It annoys me. Like literally, she like will bite it off, but she'll do it like a little squirrel. Like, it's like, stop it.
I'm enjoying the muffin.
Enjoy it quietly.
Why are you running? Why are you running?
Seems like wings flew too close to the sun and got burned. Hello, we're the sun.
I would say more like disintegrated, but yes. And why are we the sun?
Because we shine a light in the darkness.
But we're goth. We are the darkness.
I saw him take it.
What did you do?
I stole a secret chocolate stash.
I'm getting chocolate, honey. Would you like some chocolate?
Why are you getting chocolate?
Because it'll help me calm down.
Okay.
Please?
Maybe we should wait till after the stream?
I don't wanna. I want chocolate now.
We're in the middle of a show.
And?
We're in the middle of a show. You're not eating chocolate right now.
But I'm upset and I want chocolate.
No, you just want chocolate.
That too.
All right, listen up, you bunch of lost souls and weirdos. It's showtime. You want to survive in this world of pop culture chaos? Well, here's the secret. You got to hit that subscribe button over on Gothic Therapy's YouTube channel. Yeah, that's right. Do it or I'll come knocking and trust me, you don't want me as a house guest. Don't be shy. Whack that button like you're slamming the door of your in-laws. And hey, hit the bell too or I'll be haunting your dreams. Catch you on the other side, baby.
In the heart of chaos where agendas collide, master of the TDS and Raven stand side by side. Exploring the madness, we uncover the proof with sharp wit and insight. We're the voice of the truth. Welcome to Psycho-Synopsis, the dark side of the truth. Dive deep into the madness you cannot refute. Saviors in the asylum, come free your mind. Crazy or not, let us be your guide. Diving into the shadows where secrets reside. We'll tear down the facade of culture's villains can't hide. Wild theories and whispers in the dark. Join us on this journey, reignite the spark. So tune in and listen, let's spark the debate. With Master Lighting and Raven, your salvation awaits.
Welcome, seekers of the asylum,
For those searching for salvation,
or embracing the insane.
you've come to the right place. Good evening. Who
Oh,
likes the
boy.
new intro?
Yeah, hopefully people like the new intro. I'll be honest, honey, I'm a little out of sorts today.
How so? Besides daylight savings, which shouldn't exist.
Daylight savings is pretty much the entire reason.
No, I'm just gonna quote Doth the Doth on Twitter. As a goth, something about how daylight savings is an affront to our existence or something like that. I don't remember the exact line, but it is true.
Wouldn't it make the day 1 hour shorter and therefore be more prudent for goths who are like the
No,
dark?
that's fall back. Spring forward, fall back.
Okay, but right now it's an hour.
Here it is. As a goth, having an hour of darkness be taken away is completely unacceptable.
I guess
agree.
that's true. But okay, so we got some changes to the show today, and I don't know how people are going to feel about this. Okay, and we make this change. We're experimenting. Okay, we really like talking with you guys, and that's one of the main reasons we do this, actually. But we've noticed in the past couple streams, especially, usually towards the end, we end up rushing to get through things because we spend a lot of times in between the topics talking to the chat, which is fine. We like talking with you guys, but it's really hard to show every single comment. So we've decided, and this is just an experiment, mind you. So if you're completely against it, let us know. But basically what we're going to do is we're going to have our beginning of the stream, take 10 minutes, chat with you guys, show as many comments as we can, whatever. Then we're going to get into our topics and our different, topics. During those topics, we are going to still look at the chat, and we're still going to maybe read some things people are saying, but we're not going to show them on screen. And we're going to, but if you guys send super chats, we will take time after each topic to read the super chats. We're not doing this just to get money. We're doing it to kind of not take up too much time with between topics and then have to rush towards the end. And the result of this will be at the end, once the topics are all done, we'll have time to chat with you guys again for another 10 minutes, maybe whatever. We'll figure that out and we'll kind of go from there. That's the idea that we're going with right now. Again, we're just experimenting. So if you're completely against it, it's totally fine. We're just trying to figure out a way to make this not take too long.
What he said.
Anything to add, honey?
No, not really. You covered it all.
All right, so that's what we're going to be doing. So we're going to be specifically taking our time in the beginning, chatting with everybody, seeing who's here, and then we're going to jump into the topics. And during the topics, we're not going to like bring up each individual comment because what I've been doing is I've been starring a comment and then like doing through the whole topic and then finding the starred topic and then reading back to catch up with the chat. And then it's not practical. It's just not. And it takes way more time than necessary. So we're going to read. We'll try to keep up with the chat and, whatever. And we'll see how it works. If it turns out not to, we'll just, revert back. Fair enough?
Yeah. That is
now,
completely fair, yeah.
Now, honey, do you want to mention what our stream goal is for today?
If we get 20 super chats, regardless of what cost they are, we will tell you about the lollipops.
That sounds completely weird. Thanks for ruining my...
I know. So if you want us to elaborate, give us 20 super chats.
My thing says we have a story about how Master enjoys eating a specific type of candy in a unique way. That is probably the best way to say that. And
I made it sound creepy, didn't I? And not the good kind of creepy.
Yes, you did.
I'm sorry. I have that effect on things and people. Oh, come on! You realize you still have control of the chat. I can't do anything except speak and play with the bleep button. Do you want me to start playing with the bleep button?
No.
Exactly. So stay.
Okay, so we're going to go through, as usual, we're going to have 10 minutes. We're going to go through, say hi to everybody, and then we're going to move on to the our first topic and so on.
Yes, let me get the timer ready and...
Before we do, we have a packed show today. We got media therapy and gaming therapy, so we're
over 70 people watching right now. Pretty cool.
It says 67 on my end, so...
It said 71 a moment ago.
It's all right. It's great. If you guys, again, it's always, as always, it's a buddy system here. You got to drag one of your friends kicking and screaming into the asylum. It's okay. We all kick and scream when we get dragged into the asylum, so it just looks normal.
Oh, don't say that,
now.
darling. We kick and scream when we get dragged anywhere.
What?
I don't know. I was just trying to say something creepy because I'm suddenly bloodlusting when you mentioned kicking and screaming.
No.
Yeah, I got no idea what's going on with my brain.
All right, let's get into the
Okay, I'll set the timer. 10 minutes. Ready? Go.
Also, feel free to let us know what you thought of the new intro. We're trying it out. Okay, we have Russ Williams says, hail all. We actually have a special thanks for Russ because he sent... Honey, do you want to say what he sent?
He sent us a little a chocolates mold for skull chocolates, which I have no idea how to use because I got no idea how to melt chocolate. And with the comment, skulls for the skull throne, chocolate for the writing raven. Thank you, Russ Williams.
Yeah, thank you so much. We do have a P.O. box.
Yeah, we have a P.O. box. You can find it in all the description for every video.
Are you plugged in, honey?
Yeah.
Did you turn the Wi-Fi off?
I also have a mint in my mouth. And yes, the Wi-Fi is off.
Okay, because you're glitching out a little bit.
Oh, so could just be talking loud and fast.
Nope, you're glitching out. That does not mean make a loud, annoying noise. That does not help. I love that only I could hear that because the mic didn't pick it up, but okay. Okay. The great one is here. Says, good evening. To save us some trouble later. Diversity. Fine.
It's the differences that make our world so rich, diverse, and wonderful.
I still hate you, though.
You are the only one who still demands it. You know that?
Thunder Kids is clocking in Master Raven. Also, Misha. Nobody has any idea what we're doing. Long story short, this Thursday. Honey, stop. Honey. Honey.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
We have
Bad
to
kitty.
explain.
Bad kitty. Bad kitty.
I want to get through the chat.
Oh, bad kitty. Bad.
Knock it off.
Okay.
We got to explain. Purim is coming up Friday, so it's basically Jewish Halloween. Don't ask.
It is my favorite holiday. Aside from Halloween.
Neo Dark Matter says, "How dare these mysterious superheroes come into my padded sanctuary? I guess I will allow it. And wish all a good day." Griffin Turbo says, "Hello all, hello." Storm Rains 372 says, "Hello, hello." Foot Potter Decker Miller is rocking out.
Hello.
Servant of God says, fun times indeed. Fun times indeed. Paladin Demo says, "Have you heard the word from Korn today? Is it Warhammer?"
Yes. It's the blood god.
cares. Nobody cares.
Skulls for the Skull Throne.
No.
Every number stocks.
Shieldbane says, "Hi guys, I'm glad it's Sunday. We are too." Bjorn Thor Gundisman says, "Night shift works even better for me because it's the middle of the night here." Yeah, we are voting. If you have not voted already in the poll, you really should, because we are voting for the name
of our members and our chat, because
and our subscribers.
We're leaning towards night shift, but we want to know what you guys think.
Yeah, so a lot of Hypnotic has the Bigot Army, Kaida has the Foot Clan. People. I think it's Will of the Fans has the Griff Force. Whatever. So we think the night shift works, but you guys get to vote on it. So the vote's up. Please vote.
Yes.
The Mace says, "Time change. I can participate for the first 45 minutes anyway." Well, glad to see you here.
Welcome.
Drevlock says, "Alfred turned my power off. Still made it." Well, I'm glad. Mermalade says, "Goth's SBI scared." Thanks. The Pickle Man says, "Ha ha ha." 2M5000 says, Asmongold can eat light dynamite in Looney Tunes. I just thought it was so funny.
Honestly, we agree. I'm sorry.
Asmongold is such an L take on the bots. Yes, I don't know anything about bots. I just helped Twitter take them down, and he's never, ever, ever acknowledged that fact, nor watched any of the videos that show that I'm clearly competent.
He's also never apologized for insulting you.
It's fine. I don't really care. Put it this way. I'd have to actually care about his, whatever, to be upset. So I'm not. I just thought it was fun to make fun of him.
5 minutes.
Chris Styles says, "Hi, Master Raymond. Hope you're both well." Shieldbane says, "Get the chocolate." Asian Swordmaster 1 says, "Just made it." Well, glad to see you here. Lord Crush says, "I'm on Master's side." T-Daz Art and Comics says, "Chocolate."
Yum.
Alana Blue says, "Peeling the good bits off Muff Wrapper is delicious." You're wrong, but okay.
Thank you. I agree.
Why are you running, Wings? Yep.
We had to include that.
The Elemental Hero, the Shadow Link Dragon Wolf King. Okay.
Long name.
Hail, Lord Master of TS, my Lady Riding Raven. Hail, my lords, my ladies in the chat. I have been summoned to my lord and my lady's stream. Well, thank you for being here.
Indeed.
The Proctophiles says, "Welcome in, folks. Who's ready for the night shift?" Yeah, everybody clock in to the night shift. That's what we should do. We should have it be like, make sure to clock into the night shift. That's awesome.
I like that.
I really like it. I think it works. The Fish Chosen Quarters says, "Hi, everybody." All right. Dark Prince 76 says, "Eat the chocolate." Mailer D83 says that chocolate banter was hilarious.
We agree. That's why we did it.
We're going to add more clips to the intro as we go, but right now those are the clips we chose. Joseph Wemp says, "My job is a night shift." Well, that kind of works. Clocks in for the night shift. Everybody clock in for the night shift.
Tell your friends, tell your family, tell your enemies even, clock in for the night shift.
Drag them here kicking and screaming. Clock them into the night shift.
With duct tape and chains if you'd like.
No. Daniel Root says, "Good evening from Iowa. We had a wild week here. Went from 60s to a blizzard and back to mid-60s. Good old Iowa springtime." Well, hopefully you're okay. I'm feeling off too. I hate these time shifts. Throws off your entire sleep schedule. Yep.
I know.
U.S. Chris Stanley, U.S. says, "Hello, folks." From
U.S. is American flag, honey.
I can't see it.
Chris Stanley. Hi.
I can't see it. It says U.S. You see it?
I know. That's because that's what StreamYards does. It doesn't show emojis.
Extarlina 27 says, "Spring forward means more light and Raven needs her darkness." True.
Yes.
Cladic says, changes. Yep.
Changes.
Hawkeye 5955 says, get rid of daylight savings, keep standard time. We agree,
Yes,
but
please.
it's not going to happen.
Ugh.
Jagaden says, Night Watch, Nighthawks. No, I like the night shift because
Night
people
Lords?
can clock in. Clock
Night
into the night
Lords?
shift every Sunday at 7 p.m. for Gothic Therapy. Does it not work?
It does.
I think it works.
Also, Night Lords.
Diz the Jizz with a bunch of different Gothic Raven snacks.
Yum. I like my snacks.
Jeff We 38 says, hi, how are you? We're good. I think the change sounds fair, at least to try. We're gonna try it. Karasu says, hello, Master. I'm just passing by. It's already late for me. Go to bed.
Seriously, go to bed. You can watch the replays, Karasu. We don't mind.
Ryu Hoshi says the chat is growing. Wow, we have 91 people here. You guys are nuts. Psycho says daylight savings time will never go away as long as there are golfers. That's true. Hammer Biotech says, Fausto Solis says, hail daylight savings time is the crime against the Lord of the Night.
Yes, it is.
Nobody
cares. Nobody cares.
It's referring to my Primarch, but for all you know, it could also be referring to Lord Dracula.
Master just came back. Just come back.
He was talking about when you went
when I
away.
left. Dark Prince of Bleep button. The Witherlings is okay. This is epic. Hit that like button. Yeah.
Is this your first time here, Witherling? You've never seen our banter before? Are you new?
I don't know. But well, let's give guys. If you don't hit that like button, you'll upset the Master of Ceremonies, and he's really particular about the like button.
What do you think of this? You like it?
Do it.
Hit the like button. Charlie Culkin says TMI. Yes, thanks.
For what? Oh, the lollipops.
Yes, as I told you. Your guys' banter is honestly the best part.
Why, thank you.
Lol. You're my only buddies. Oh, well, you're our buddies too. Peter Van says sleep deprivation works for me. New intro is fun. Keep it. I'm ignoring the Warhammer references. You're welcome. What is it? You'll find out. Mugsykin says she's glitched. Yep, but she's probably fine now. I muted her. No, she just talked too loud. Seabrew says bad kitty.
The microphones can't handle my volume and frequency.
Wes Williams says, how to melt chocolate? Use a Brain
Mary, a bowl of chocolate placed in a bowl of hot boiling water.
Okay.
I got no idea how to do that.
Mike picked up Raven doing la la la's. Yes, it did. Jeremy Hughes reviews says, oh, yeah, that Powerpuff Girls trailer is so bad. We're going to talk about that.
Timer's up.
Hold on. I'm just going to go quickly. Hi, Alyssa.
And Wings. Hi, Wings.
Everybody say hi to Wings. Love the night shift.
Also, do we want to say hi to the bots guy? Or no?
No, you just did, so it doesn't matter now.
Oops. My bad.
All clocked in. Everybody's clocking in. Punch his ticket. Yep, everybody clock in. Clock into the night shift.
Woo, woo!
But it's 10:20 in the morning. Clock in! That's not an excuse.
And is that name Korean, Chinese, or Japanese? I can never tell the difference. I think
The banter reminds me of a joke, but not if it comes off wrong. Okay. Everybody's saying hi to Wings. Okay, I think we're good. We got a bunch of super chats. Let's already get into that. The mace for $2. Purim, Queen Esther. If I perish, I perish. Yep.
If he dies, he dies. That's the reference, right?
I think. The Pickle Man for $2 says, consume chocolate, bird lady.
Yum. Already did today.
John Koyman says, praying the gray away. Okay. On John Koyman for 5 Gothic Therapy memberships.
And at the moment, I cannot tell what level of tier they are. I'm going to assume manic, because last time I think someone did manic.
I don't have any clips. I still keep forgetting to put more clips.
Just do something of a crazy laugh.
No, here's what we're going to do for this. Thanks for the Gothic Therapy memberships. Here's we do this.
Psycho. You know that?
I thought that was only for people who joined at Psycho.
Yeah, and people who give super chats. I think that's good. It's a quick.
You mean people who give memberships?
Yes, you know what I mean. Storm Reigns 372 says for $2. Okay, I need to hear this live pop story.
Also, our viewership just jumped from 95 to 101.
Yeah, I noticed.
Sweet.
Muggsykins for $10 says I'm here in body but not in mind. It's okay. We're all mad here in the asylum. It's you just have to clock in. Everybody's got to clock in.
Did everybody hear me that time?
Yeah, partially. Clocking in for being an on the night shift. Yeah, everybody likes it. I think the night shift is awesome. Everybody clock in.
We're calling in the night shift. We're doing the night shift. Night shift. Night shift. Clock into the night shift.
I can't believe the Powerpuff Girls cartoon totally whitewashed the canon storyline. Mind blown. Yeah, we'll get to that. The Mace member for 15 months says roll with it.
Woo!
Whatever. Thank you for being... My straitjacket is too tight. You'll get used to it. Or you won't, but you're not moving anywhere, so get used to it. Okay. We got a bunch of stuff to get into today, including I'm gonna mention this just beginning. I had a post of mine about the Harry Potter thing go viral over my going offline. It got 2.5 million impressions and 50,000 likes. And it was like, oh my God, so we have some of the best, only the finest of the cringe for us to go over in our second topic. So we'll get to that. Jason Fox says clocking in. Thank you for being here. Every time I clock in, the orderlies come in and tell me to stop hitting myself. They're doing their job then. But yeah, we're going to do that. Okay, so let's get it. Everybody's clocking in. I love it. We got to now have a little clock.
No, it doesn't matter about the poll anymore. This is what we have to stick to.
No, but honey, we got to have a little clock emoji and make merch that says clocking in.
Or we could just get the time wizard. Time magic.
That does not work.
You know what happens when it lands on a skull?
We should just have a clip for clocking in,
Yeah, I guess. I love it.
Let's get into our first topic here. We got a packed topics for you guys. We got some funny ones too. What?
I turned off my chair for a moment.
Well, don't do that. You're going to fall over.
Meow.
All right, we'll get into our first topic. Remember, as we're saying, we're changing things up, so we're just going to read over the chat. We'll see what people are saying, but we're not going to bring up every single individual thing. Are you going to talk about Powerpuffs? Yep, they're our last topics.
Yep. So stay. Don't go anywhere. Stay if you want to hear us review Powerpuff Girls.
Yeah, but we're going to we're going to go into the topics, and we'll come back to you guys at the end of the show to bring up individual comments. So if you have any questions or things, we'll get to that. But otherwise, we'll be reading super chats in between topics, and we'll be kind of seeing what people are saying, but we're not going to be doing like this. We're not going to be bringing up Scraven likes the skull on Time Wizard yet. But we're not going to be bringing up comics like that because it just takes too long. Okay, let's get into it. We got our first topic right now. Cox and D'Onofrio return with power and grace.
But some moments feel flat, not earning their place.
The action is brutal, the stakes always high.
Yet some choices stumble, leaving fans to ask why.
All right, before we get into this any further, disclaimer. We are going to go into spoiler territory. If you are someone who wants to see Daredevil Born Again, and you have not seen it, this is your warning, okay? We are going to be talking spoilers because we have some good things to say and some bad things to say, okay?
Yes.
But we're going to give it a fair take here, but we're giving you the notice now that there will be spoilers.
You have been warned.
Do the countdown, honey.
3, 2, 1.
All right. So we watched the first 2 episodes of Daredevil Born Again, and I didn't hate it.
It was actually kind of good.
It was kind of good. However, I have a couple concerns.
List them.
So the first thing is they brought back, Karen and Foggy and everybody. And here's the big spoiler. They kill Foggy.
Very quickly, too.
And I get it. They kind of did it. But the thing for me, I understand why they did it. And it made sense. However, I don't feel it was very earned. I feel that Foggy was built up more as a character in the Netflix Daredevil. And so I felt like they did it a little too quickly. What, in my opinion, would have made it a little better is to have given us one episode with like the whole cast back, them doing their thing, and then had maybe the first episode end with Foggy's death, giving us something to kind of run with. This is kind of expecting that you've seen the Netflix show, which, to be fair, you should have if you're going to watch this.
It did feel a little rushed in the beginning, and the first Daredevil fight that we see, which when he's posing in front of with the cathedral in the background, looks really cool. But it felt like they were trying to recapture the initial hallway scene, and it felt off. Like didn't. Like, it could have been, like Master said when we were watching, it could have been sped up a little to make it look a bit better. And I get they were probably going for realism, but it felt like it was poorly choreographed.
And look, it wasn't terrible. I just felt like it was a little janky, just a little bit. Not enough to take me out of it, but enough that I noticed it. So I did want to point that out. Now, they basically sideline Karen and Foggy, because Foggy's dead. They sideline Karen and basically bring in a bunch of new characters that aren't really developed. However, I think we could both agree, honey, the best part of this is...
Yes? Vincent D'Onofrio?
Vincent D'Onofrio and Charlie Cox back together. They have a diner scene. It's pretty good. They do make references to Echo, which, whatever.
But they make light of it.
A little, but... Long story short, it's not terrible. However, if I was going to give this a score, my score for this would be a 6.5 out of 10 so far.
Yeah. Roughly there, I would say maybe a 7, because the intro, for one, the intro animation is epic.
They did a good job with that. They basically took the kind of very similar things from the intro for Netflix and kind of changed the music slightly and had like all the things breaking. So it had the angel from the original Netflix one and it's cracking and whatever.
The cathedral and everything, and the city going dark, everything's crumbling down, and then it rebuilds itself into Daredevil.
So they did a decent job with that. I like
again. I thought that was pretty cool.
I like that too. As I said, there was a lot to like, and there were some concerns. Now, first off, I'm going to completely nerf one of the concerns immediately. This is why we said spoilers, okay? I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to call it right here. A lot of people have already said this, but I can tell you definitively, and I can tell you exactly why, too. Foggy Nelson is not dead.
Explain why.
Well, because in the comics, Foggy also dies, but it turns out that he fakes his death. Now, here, you might think, okay, that could make sense, but what gives me the tip-off here? Well, if you'll see on the bottom right corner of the image, you will see that I zoomed in on the address for Nelson, Murdoch, and Page, which is 468. Now, honey, why is 468 an important number?
Because from what you have told me, that is the number of the comic in which Foggy Nelson fakes his death. Correct?
Correct. That comic is actually the number of the comic which is called The Secret Life of Foggy Nelson, where Foggy fakes his own death. So I don't know about you, but I feel like that's an Easter egg telling us that he will be back. And it makes sense. I think they already said he's going to be back in the second season, but I don't think it's going to be flashbacks. I think he 100% faked his death.
Yeah, and I'm inclined to agree with you, given from everything I've seen.
So that, I guess, gets somewhat mitigated. So I'm kind of hopeful that we'll see him back and see Karen back and everything kind of come back together, but whatever. The characters they brought in, the new characters, some of them stick and some of them do not. Whatever.
the therapist character, though. In episode 2, there is a therapy scene, and I thought it was pretty well done.
They did do a good job with the therapy scene. I will give them that. I don't think it was necessary. They did have where Vanessa's taken over for Kingpin, and she's basically in charge, and she's been with another guy and whatever. A lot of people were saying, oh no, it ruins the Kingpin. I don't think it does. I think that we have to wait and see. I don't like that look for him, but it doesn't mean that they've ruined him, because at a certain point, he's like trying to play on the good side of the law now. Now, people have made analogies to Trump and said that he's very kind of Trump-like. I disagree.
We did know that we did, while watching it, think that they were going in that direction, and there were some parallels, but it was not a Trump reference at all.
Well, no, it was not at least blatant. And to be fair, kind of anything political like this kind of nowadays is going to make people think of that just because of the current political environment. And we're not going to talk about the politics themselves, but it is something to keep in mind. But if it is in here, and if it was intentional, it is not very heavy-handed. Now, I took off some points for the not earned, death of Foggy, the, characters, the little bit of janky CGI for certain things, and whatever. But the biggest concern for me is what we see in episode 2.
In the bottom left corner over there, you will see the Punisher skull tattooed onto someone's wrist. Here is another spoiler. That is a cop.
A corrupt cop. And they've already mentioned that they are going to have discourse on this. Now, you might wonder, well, why is this a big deal? Because this has been a running thing for Marvel for a long time, where they do not like that people, especially cops, use the Punisher logo, because they feel like the Punisher is not like a law enforcer. He just kills people, and cops using it is like not good and whatever. I don't agree. I think people can have whatever they want. It's their actions that define them, but whatever. But Marvel has tried so hard to change it, to break it, to make the character. They changed the Punisher's logo. They did all this stuff, and it has not worked. So, my concern here is not that there will be discourse on this. My concern is there will be discourse on it. You can explain what I mean, honey.
Meaning that he is worried, and I'm inclined to agree with him. Master is worried that Frank Castle, because we know he's going to be in this season, is going to find out about this and do this whole long tirade speech about why they're doing it wrong.
Yeah, so look, they already mentioned that he's going to discuss this, and it's fine. If he says, hey, you're wearing my symbol, you don't know what it means, let me show you, and then kills them, that's one thing. But if the Punisher sees the logo and starts giving some grandiose speech about how you don't understand what the logo means, and it's not for you, and you don't get to what, like, if, again, addressing it in passing, cool. Addressing it, making a big grandiose speech about how you shouldn't be wearing it, and that I don't wear it because I only wear it because I dispense the law, and I don't pretend to be law enforcement. You're not allowed. If he makes like some sort of grandiose social agenda speech,
then that's not cool. And Master said that if that does happen, he will not watch. That is what you said, right?
Yes, 100%. I think so far this is a decent continuation. It is not perfect. It is not the Netflix show. If you are going to watch this and expect it to be the Netflix show, you are going to be disappointed, because it is not.
But it is close.
It is close, and it is probably one of the best things that Marvel has put out in a while. But as I said, I have concerns. Now, I did like the White Tiger in this. I thought they did that pretty well. They did things pretty decently enough to keep me invested. So I will continue to watch. But as I said, if they go down this road of making the Punisher give some grandiose social agenda speech, I just can't take that. If he just references it in passing and moves on, I can tolerate it. But if they make it into some big, like, the Punisher condemns corrupt cops using his symbol, big thing, then it's just like, I don't want that.
Because that is not the Punisher. That's not what he does. If anything, he'll just sigh and shoot them in the head.
Yes, he'll go like, you're wearing my, let me explain to you what it means.
No. I don't think he even would say anything. I think he would just sigh and shoot them in the head. No words. That's what he should do.
Well, that, or he would address it, as I said.
He doesn't need words. It's the Punisher.
Yes, but if he was going to address it, he would address it in passing by being like, "You're wearing my logo? Let me show you what that logo means." Boom. You know? Like, I could see that.
Yeah.
But
That
so
would be
far,
passable.
I have to give the show credit. The action's decent. It's well written. It is. It is competently written. And so far, it has not turned me off to the show. As I said, there are concerns, and I will continue to keep an eye out for them, as I always do. But so far, I'm not hating it. It's not bad. And I didn't love it as much as the Netflix show, but it kept me interested. It was competently written. The action was not well done enough.
And it is definitely the best thing Marvel has put out by far in the last few years.
Now, the bar for that is not set very high, to be fair.
True.
But this is one of their better offerings, I would say, for now. If that changes, obviously, I will let you know. If we decide that we like it, we'll continue to watch it. If not, we'll explain why we stopped watching it and why. You know, that's what we're going to do here. If you like it, great. If you don't like it, you don't want to watch, that's totally fine. You do not have to watch, nor do you have to whatever. We actually borrowed somebody else's Disney Plus to watch it because we are not going to give Disney Plus money.
Yes. So anyone who says, "Oh, you gave money to Disney." No, we didn't. We took we used someone else's password.
Yeah, we used someone else's password and someone else's account to do it. Again, if you didn't and you have Disney Plus and you whatever, that's fine. I don't care. You get to decide what you want to watch. We're simply going to give our opinions on it and watch it at our own pace. And that's exactly what we've done here. So far, 6.5 out of 10 in combination for the first 2 episodes. We'll have to see where it goes from here and if it's well written enough to keep us interested.
What he said. I think that's a good place to stop.
Me too.
Awesome. But yes, we did not pay to watch this because we're not going to pay to watch this because we don't want to give Disney money. Honey, you pressed the wrong thing?
I did.
We don't want to give Disney money, therefore we did not give Disney money. And anyone who decides to claim that we gave Disney money in order to watch this, you are wrong.
Yeah, and look, if Disney has a lot more to do to win our good graces back. So until such a point where I feel it is worth my while to even think about giving them money, we're not going to. But we will review this. We've been very careful with the other stuff. We haven't really watched a lot of the other stuff that's come out. This was the first thing that piqued our interest, so we decided to give it a fair shake.
Yeah. And so far, it's not bad.
All right, let's see. People are agreeing with us mostly. Yeah, people are saying Disney Plus should stay away. Seems okay so far. Play it by ear. Yep. People said people gave up on a while ago. Actions speak louder than words.
Double action revolvers speak louder.
Good old yeah. You know, look, we're it seems like most people are agreeing with us. You know, but we'll have to see. You know, how it is. Let's get to super chats. We have one super chat. We have a $5 super chat from the Proctor File saying, DD, heard you took a bullet to the head. Fisks laughs. Yes, we're just going to ignore that. Yeah.
I mean, well, to be fair, he does have a scar now.
Yes, that doesn't... I'm sorry, he got shot in the head.
Yeah, I know. It doesn't really explain anything and doesn't explain how he's still mentally competent after taking a bullet to the head. It is possible to survive bullets to the head, though, depending on where you're shot.
Echo magic. Echo used her magic to make him relive his childhood trauma and he cries. Isn't that something that happens?
Oh, yeah. Then again, I never actually watched it. We only remembered that because Gary said so.
No, we remembered it because actually I've heard about it. That's what I heard. People were talking.
No, I only remembered it because we saw Nerdrotic mention it.
Yes, but I knew about it already. But look, it's not perfect by any means, and we're gonna wait to see kind of how it goes, and that's kind of how it is. The mace for $2 is vanishing now. Catch the rest tomorrow. Well, thank you for being here.
Okay. Have a good night.
All right. Yeah, that's pretty much it. You know, again, it's not perfect by any means, and it's basically it's pretty much the most decent thing that Marvel has put out for a while, and so far we're not hating it. So we will continue to watch it and see kind of where things go from there. But we have our concerns. And if you don't want to watch it, that's totally cool. We have no problem with you not watching it. We're just going to continue to give it a try because this is something that piqued our interest. So we're going to give it a fair shot.
Yes.
All right. Now we got some media therapy, right?
Yeah. Do we want to do media first or game first?
I say we do media first. So we'll get into media therapy. We got an interesting one for you guys. This is a fun one. So if you guys were not super thrilled with the Daredevil stuff, we're going to get into something funny to take your minds off of it. All right.
You're welcome for finding this, by the way.
All right, honey, do you want to explain what you found for us?
What I found on Twitter's Internet Hall of Fame was a video of some British company that has created an AI granny to mess with scammers.
Yeah, so we're going to react to this video. It's 46 seconds, and it's a AI grandma that apparently is made specifically to troll scammers, and we're going to react to it here with you guys. So here we go.
I'm your worst nightmare. I'm an AI created by O2 to waste phone scammers' time. So W's then a dot.
3 times W and then dot.
I think your profession is bothering people, right?
I'm just trying to have a little chat.
It's nearly been an hour! For the love of...
Gosh, how time flies. It's showing me a picture of my cat, Fluffy.
It's showing you a picture of your cat, Fluffy.
Stop calling me dear, you stupid...
Got it, dear. Because while they're busy talking to me, they can't be scamming you. And let's face it, dear, I've got all the time in the world.
Yeah.
I think that's pretty good. I'll be honest.
It's pretty clever.
This use of AI, I can get behind.
Yeah, me too. I'm okay with this.
I think, look, those phone scammers are super annoying. And if they have to talk to an AI grandma and deal with it, I think that's hilarious.
Yeah, I mean, it's fair. I mean, it's perfect comeuppance for, scamming and wasting people's time. So why not have an AI waste their time in return,
Yeah. So I think it's funny. I think it was definitely an interesting thing to react to. It's funny because I think it's basically going to be used on scammers, and I just want that. Honestly, I would love to have that program, like a program where I could just be like, "Oh, it's a scammer on the phone. Click button, send sick AI granny on them."
Yeah.
I summon AI granny in attack mode.
So thank you, Britain. You finally did something good.
That's not at all divisive.
What? You've seen Doctor Who lately?
They did things good a while back.
Not
people are talking about they is what AI is made for.
Doctor Who.
You're getting cut off, honey.
Doctor Who.
Yes, I know what you mean. People are saying it's a good idea. Leader of technology. People are talking about good AI. Yep. All right. Now it's time for some fun, guys. Okay, we're going to get into my viral Snape post.
Comments and the comments calling Master a racist.
Yeah, that was so much fun.
I love it when this happens. Remember when this happened when they went after your job and said you weren't a real therapist?
And then I made fun of them and clowned on them for for an entire video.
Yeah. Oh, good times.
Yeah. All right. Let's get into the Snape stuff. Right now. HBO promised a faithful return to the page.
But casting is say to a Snape sparks outrage.
Fans feel betrayed. The accuracy's gone.
A choice like this shows they never belonged.
Okay, so let's give some context here so we know what happened is, long story short, they've announced, and I want to make this very clear, this is still not 100% confirmed, apparently. Don't know why you would announce it, but it seems like it's a done deal, but it hasn't been entirely confirmed, that they're going to have Papa Esaidu, I believe is his name, or Esayadu, I believe.
I have no idea how to pronounce, I'm sorry.
As Snape in the Harry Potter HBO TV series that we didn't really need, but this automatically turned me off because they specifically... Go ahead.
I want to say it.
Go ahead.
Because they specifically said that for this series, they were going to stick to the source material, and I'm pretty sure that is why J.K. Rowling agreed to be an executive producer, because they were going to stick with the source material, and so that she could make sure that they stuck with the source material. Therefore, by casting this man, while he's a great actor, as Severus Snape, it changes the character of Snape completely from what he's supposed to be.
I agree, which is why I made a post about it on Twitter. Now, I tend to have pretty, I would say, mild takes on things usually. I don't get very angry or whatever. So here's what I said. I'm going to read it for everybody.
Yeah, you usually just say it like it is.
It was a post about saying, Papa Esayadu has been cast as Severus Snape in the HBO Harry Potter series. So I quote tweeted and said the following. And just like that, my interest in the show is gone. If you're going to make a Harry Potter TV series, which honestly wasn't necessary in the first place, the only way you convince me to watch is by adding elements that the movies couldn't fit. But if you're drastically changing characters, I can't trust anything about this show anymore. Hard pass.
And that's a perfectly reasonable take. But
I
for
was basically...
For some reason, people went ballistic as usual.
So I was basically saying that the one and only reason that I was going to ever give this show a chance was because they were going to be adding more to it. For example, like Peeves, which J.K. Rowling mentioned they were going to specifically include. So when they did something like this, to me, that tells me, hey, we're going to be sticking to the lore and making sure the books, oh, by the way, we're going to make major changes to characters right off the bat before you see anything. And for me, that's basically like saying, okay, well, we're not actually going to respect the lore and not actually going to respect the canon of the books. And therefore, again, the one thing that kept me interested no longer does.
So basically, he said so.
Now, we have a choice selection of some of the comments of people. Most people, the majority of people, I would say, agreed with me and understood where I was coming from. But of course, when you dare to say this on Twitter, you get a bunch of these people getting really angry. So what we're going to do is this. My lovely wife, Raven, is going to read these comments, and I am going to respond to them here on our stream in real time. So, honey.
Yes,
take it away.
dear. With pleasure, my love. Do I have to read their names?
If you want to, sure.
Nah. Too much
No,
time.
read them. Read the names so people know which ones you're referring to.
Okay, fine. Jordan, a.k.a. Cray. Transphobes when black people happen to exist. And referencing Master's Post.
So what I think is funny about this is, if anything, first off, I didn't even mention the fact that he was black in my post. Second, you seem to think that because J.K. Rowling has an opinion on something, that makes her transphobic. And I find that funny because you're saying transphobes when black people happen to exist. So you're implying that because I was okay with everything until that point, that I'm just racist, but I'm also transphobic. But none of that works for the conversation that you're bringing it up in, so you're just an idiot. Congrats, you've let us know. We didn't need to know, but you let us know.
Brian Maldonado. LOL. They added elements of black and you're immediately turned off, LOL. You might need some psychological help if you're getting worked up about fictional characters. And first off, your grammar's wrong. And second, my husband is a psychologist.
Also, I think it's very racist of you to say they added elements of black. What black elements are you referring to? Did you just objectify a black person's skin? Is that the black element you're referring to? How racist of you.
Oh dear. Troy
Also,
Taylor.
Wait. Also, if he's a fictional character, then why does it bother you that I have an opinion on him?
I wonder.
I can throw it right back at you, bud.
Troy Taylor says, "This makes me very happy. Hopefully you leave the fandom as well. Go over to Star Wars."
I would, but let's be honest, Star Wars isn't in much, is it, honey?
Sorry.
I would go to Star Wars, but let's be honest, the Star Wars fandom isn't in any better of a place. Let's be honest. So no thanks. Thanks for the suggestion, but no thanks.
Bluzon Okiji. How Kiji? Shut the F up and don't watch it then. Ev, you're racist think pieces. You're mad because the actor is black, because you don't want a black man playing the role. That's fine. Own your racism and shut the F up trying to disguise it as frustration with deviation from source.
I mean, that's exactly what it was, and I'm not going to own something that doesn't belong to me, but it seems you're very angry about it, so the question I would have for you is this. When my post does not even mention his skin color, why was that the first thing you jumped to? And then you recognized that that wasn't what I was referring to, but implied that I was disguising it that way. So you read my post, decided to make it about something that it was never about, but then also acknowledged that you understood the original point of my post, but it must have been what you decided. So you created a false narrative and responded to the false narrative. Congratulations, you read a book to yourself.
Onion says, drastically changing characters. Snape is just a black man now. Absolute effing hysterics from this guy.
I'm going to mention this because later on we're going to get to a comment about this, but I'm going to mention this, okay? I will tell you 100% right now. I can 100% assure you that I can figure out and tell you right now a bunch of ways that changing the character in that way would actually fundamentally change the character and who the character is. I guarantee, but we'll get to that soon enough.
Nasambly says, anyone who has an issue with someone's skin color, regardless of the reason, is racist. F off.
Okay, so doctors who have a problem with children who are born with jaundice, which means their skin is yellow, according to your logic, would then mean that they're racist towards babies, correct? Because you said anybody who has an issue with someone's skin color, regardless of the reason, is racist. So if someone has jaundice, which makes their skin more yellow, that would be racism then, correct? If I have a problem with a baby having yellow skin, which means it's in danger, I am then being racist. So I should leave the baby and let the baby suffer, correct?
I guess.
Just want to clarify.
I don't know. These people are weird. Zion Riser says, y'all are just some racist bitches. eBays. How do I say this word on screen?
You could say B words.
Y'all are just some racist B words, LMAO. The OG book says nothing about his race, LMAO. It literally just says he has sickly pale skin, which doesn't mean he's white, LMAO. Yes, it does.
Wait.
Unless he's an albino.
Here's an interesting thing. I don't know if for you, honey, I've never seen a pale, sickly skinned black person.
I have, but they're albinos.
Yes, so unless Snape is an albino, he wasn't black. The book specifically also referenced his skin being pale and milky white at a certain point. So clearly, you haven't read the books. So fair enough.
S. Changing details that actually affect the story is one thing, but this, explain to me how the effects or changes the story in any way. You can't.
But I can, because let's take one example here, shall we?
Yes.
Lily. Snape has a relationship with Lily as a young boy and ends up loving her and ends up being bullied by James Potter, Harry's father, because of his infatuation with Lily, and he ends up calling her a mudblood and blah, 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 blah. But he gets bullied by James Potter. So tell me, now it is a white boy bullying a black child for being in love with a white woman. So now it's racism. That fundamentally changes the entire relationship going on there and completely changes why in the world also would Snape ever call her a mudblood at all if he is a black man, which again, you could take that same term and apply it to him. You think if as a black person, he has not been the subject of discrimination? So you're telling me that he's been a target of discrimination and he decided to still do it to her, and he's being bullied by the white boy over having an attraction to the white woman. Wow, I just pointed out a gigantic glaring plot hole that completely destroys the dynamic between Snape, Lily, and James and completely changes everything about the story. And all it took was changing the skin color. Congratulations.
Well done, dear. Shall I continue?
Yes.
Fartsman says, you should have passed when you saw the author is a filthy, nasty Zionist and a racist. She's not.
Guess what? It's almost like I can separate art from the artist. Here's my question. Why can you only do that for things that you agree with? I guarantee if you told me your hobbies, I could go dig into them and find how somebody said something somewhere that you didn't like. But you wouldn't care because it was your hobby. So I can separate art from the artist. Let's even imagine I believed those things, right? Which I don't. But let's imagine I did. I could separate art from the artist. What's your excuse? Obviously, you're a child, so that's difficult for you to do. But I can do it. So if I can do it, that ergo makes me better than you.
What he said. Don't mess with a therapist, people. They will always mess with your brain.
Yep, let's keep going.
Zephyro X. I think he would get a stroke if they made Dobby black too. Dobby isn't even human, so it doesn't matter.
Honey, it's supposed to be me.
Oh, sorry.
I would actually have a double take if Dobby was black because he's an elf and not a person. But as you said, he's a fictional character, so why would that matter?
Yo-Yo Ma, how dare you use that musician's name? Take off the clan robe, brother.
I wasn't wearing one, but it seems like you are in that profile picture, perhaps.
Oof. Actually, that's a football uniform, but whatever.
I mean, to be fair, is not football a clan?
Huh. In a sense.
Didn't think of it that way. But yes, I'm in a clan robe. I said I'm not going to watch a TV show, so I'm clearly wearing a clan robe and hate black people. You guys are on the internet way too much.
Clearly. Maruchan Chicken Ramen. TLDR. I hate black people and my life is miserable. Who gives an S if the character's black?
You clearly do.
Freckles and Freckles. People claiming a race swap is drastic character change need to be studied. I can't think of anything more intellectually racist than assuming a change in skin color or ethnicity constitutes a drastic change in character. LOL.
So I think that you tried to be smart there, but I'm going to tell you something straight up. You can't think of anything more intellectually racist. What does that mean?
I have no idea.
Because I'm sorry, and you guys can tell me if I'm wrong. I've never heard of that before. So, dude, you tried to sound smart and you failed, like, miserably. I wouldn't say you're intellectually racist, just intellectually stunted.
Clearly. RNJH96. You'll be watching, Pookie.
My name's not Pookie, and no, I won't be because I don't have HBO Max. Thank you very much.
What does that word even mean?
I have no idea.
I don't want to know. Lord Treva of Kerry. I don't watch the show because Snape is black. A lot less words than what you really meant to say.
You're correct. Factually, I won't watch the show because Snape is black. If that was what I said, would factually be less words than what I wrote. However, it would be factually incorrect because that is not what was meant by the statement which I wrote. Henceforth, why I did not use it. But yes, factually, you are correct. Those are less words. Is it easier for you to read? Did you want me to make it easier for you to read? I'm sorry if some of us are smarter than you and are able to actually write something that conveys intelligence. Sorry. I'm not going to make it shorter just for you.
Ha. KP. These people have nothing better to do in life than to be angry over casting choices in Harry Potter. Grow the F up.
Honey, these people have nothing better to do than to get mad at me over me being upset about a casting choice in Harry Potter. They should grow the F up too.
Lost Party. It's shorter and less characters to say I'm racist.
Correct, but it would also be factually incorrect because that's not the case. Therefore, you're wrong.
And finally, Mari Cookie. Mind you, this is about a black guy playing a fictional character.
If it's a fictional character, then I have a question for you. Why does my opinion on a fictional character matter so much to you if that's the case? I can throw it back at you. You're saying that I'm upset that I shouldn't be getting mad because it's a fictional character. So I'm asking, why is it a problem if I have a different opinion on a fictional character then? He doesn't exist. He doesn't exist. So my opinion shouldn't bother you so much. It clearly does. Oops.
I
didn't think that one through, did you?
Of course, because they didn't think.
I think you guys are nuts. And quite frankly, I actually think Papa Esayaru is a great actor, and I think he will nail the role. I just think it's a shame that they couldn't give him a unique role rather than giving him a hand-me-down one. And also, when they're making changes this early on and haven't shown us anything about how they're adhering to the lore in any other way, I am already out. There was one little thread keeping me interested, and it's been cut. Not because the character's black, but because they've shown disdain for the source material. It's that simple. I know you want it to be racism because it would fit your agenda and your narrative, but I'm going to explain this to you very simply. Your narrative is false.
It literally just has to do with source material. It has nothing to do with skin color. Just source material.
If it was the case, I've also just made a case for why changing his character would be A, bad, and B, would actually change the entire dynamic of his character as a whole. So I've proven you wrong both ways, so you can go kick rocks. Enjoy.
Bye! Should we stop there?
Yep, I think we're good.
Someone in the chat said that also Dobby is is technically a slave, so making him black would be very problematic.
You could...
So whoever said that in chat, I don't remember who you are. You made a very good point.
Man, I wish YouTube set notifications.
Sorry.
About that.
YouTube doesn't like us.
Yeah, people are saying, people are agreeing with me or liking how I'm responding. Dobby is free. Yeah, Dobby's black now. He's also a slave. Haha. And people are saying they're drawings or whatever. Yeah, look, I honestly... as I said, it doesn't matter. It's a fictional character. Okay, then why does my opinion bother you? As you just said, he's a fictional character and I shouldn't be mad about it, right? So then my opinion shouldn't bother you either because he's a fictional character. Isn't that how that works?
Harry Potter has given Dobby Jordans. Dobby is free.
Where? Who said that?
Right now, just now, man Squatch.
Harry Potter has given Dobby Jordans. Dobby is free, y'all. I just don't understand. It's so funny that it's like, oh no, how dare you have an opinion on a TV show that's for kids, whatever. If it's such a not a big deal, then why are you upset? It's a simple question. I've also explained why you're wrong, right? Harry Potter is homey to all elves. But yeah, I just people are saying that it hurts them. People told her something
Someone
else.
Someone called you a savage in your replies.
Yep, I saw.
You are.
Eagles,
when you want to be.
Eagle Lord says, "Hi, Gothic. Hi."
Hello. Welcome.
They went crazy because they're the ones who are racist. Yep. Look, I have nothing against the actor. I think the actor will do a great job. I just think that if the showrunners are already trying to virtue signal by letting this kind of stuff out there and doing that, it automatically shows me that they don't care about the source material. And it's not because of the casting of the character. It's because you should be showing us casting for Peeves. You should be showing us casting for those characters. This is the information that you get out there. I don't want that. I want you to show me how you're doing what you promised. If you're already showing me this and this is the news we're getting, then I know you don't actually care, and therefore I was out. I wasn't even really in.
True. You really only were in for Peeves.
Snape's dad went out for a pack of smokes and hasn't returned. My grandmother always told me, I don't care what J.K. Rowling wrote in her books, except for Snape was black. You know what that's a reference to?
Yeah, Cleopatra. Which
All right,
the
let's get
country
to
of
the
Egypt
super chats.
sued Netflix for.
Let's get to the super chats. Prox file for $2. EC carry on. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm not going to pronounce these names well. I can barely do the ones in our chat. Travis George for $10 says it's not TV. It's DEI. Fair enough. John Cuman says, but how long does Snape Wand now? Is it okay?
Yeah, don't finish.
Storm Reigns 372 for $2. Gotta love the soft bigotry of low expectations. I literally had only one thing that was getting me interested. Why? You're gonna adhere to the comics. You're gonna adhere to the original lore, right? And then they're like, oh, we're changing the casting of characters. It's like, okay, I'm out. Bye. Not because the character's black, but because you're showing me you don't care. Who else is going to be changed? What else are you going to change? You're going to make Peeves a female. You're going to do, I don't care anymore. I do not care.
Watch how they make watch how they continue the ginger side and make at least one of the Weasleys black.
You have to convince me to actually invest in your show. When that's the news that's coming out about your show, I'm not interested. Not because the character's black, but because you're showing you have no reverence for the lore. And if you have no reverence for the lore, I have no reverence for your show. It's that simple.
I personally want to know what J.K. Rowling thinks about this. I don't think I've heard anything about her takes on the castings. She's been
MC
completely
Staple
silent.
sent Voldemort home crying in a diss track battle by repeating how fat Voldemort's mom is.
Oh, God.
I don't understand what these people, and I don't get it. I gave such a mild take, basically saying, okay, now I'm not interested because you've made it very clear you don't care about the lore. You hate black people. You guys on Twitter never change. Never change. You're very entertaining. The circus is in town, and guess what? It's starring all of you.
Congratulations.
All right. Before we get into the Powerpuff Girls, we have 116 people here in the chat.
Hello,
Holy
116 people.
If you guys have not already,
and join our night shift.
Yeah, everybody clock in for the night shift. That you'll be clock in. Holy crap, 125 people are watching.
Wait,
please clock in for the night shift, everybody, and make sure to hit that like button to clock into the night shift.
Yeah.
What do you think of this? You like it?
Hit that like button. Clock in.
Sorry, I banged my desk.
It's okay. Clock into the night shift.
Do it. Join us. One of us. One of us.
Clock in. Clock into the night shift, guys.
Clock in. Thank you, whoever came up with that phrase, because it is perfect.
Relicon for $4.99 says, when the lore doesn't matter to the creators, the work doesn't matter to me. Exactly where I was coming from. Thank you so much. You get it. Thank you. Thank you for the super chat as well. But thank you.
Oh
See,
no,
people
parrot
get
head!
it.
Don't even start. Don't even start with that parrot head.
Like the stream, boys. Insert hypnotic emoji here. No, clock
one
in.
right
Like
above-
the
no,
stream
but
to clock in. Clock into the night shift. That's what we are.
Yes,
We're
the
the clock. We're the night shift.
the one right above Clarking. Parrot head. What parrot head said? I don't want that
Hermione
happening.
will be played by. Don't even start.
Don't
even say it.
Jinx it. How?
Oh my
And then I go
god.
grab a lozenge.
Oh my god. Sirius Black's gonna be Pedro Pascal. You're over here. It's gonna sound weird coming out of my. Yeah. But yeah, hit that like button to clock in. That's a great thing. I love it. It works really well. We didn't never have something that was uniquely ours.
Birdie's being a bad.
He's okay right now. He just saw people here.
Russ
Pedro
Williams
Pascal would work well as Gilderoy Lockhart. He would.
But he's not blonde.
Shut up. I tweeted that on Friday. Naz and Dan's going to be replaces Reddit by Jenny. Pedro will be Dumbledore. No, I'm just kidding.
No, they've already cast
Okay.
Dumbledore.
Let's get into our next topic, guys. This is actually working really, really well.
Wait,
Quidditch
game
will be
theory-
replaced by basketball.
My college, the college I went to, actually had a Quidditch team. Hello. They actually had a Quidditch team, but it was literally just people running around a field with brooms between their legs.
I mean, that's one way to transition. I'm sorry. I couldn't help it.
Oh, darling.
That was such a good one. I didn't even mean it.
You.
That's one way to transition. Either you end up you don't have a broom handle down there, or you end up sitting down wrong. You have nothing down there.
Oh, darling.
Sorry.
We gotta clip that. Somebody clip that. That was hilarious.
Somebody needs to clip that.
Because that was too
That
funny.
was awesome.
Sometimes
That was
Master
awesome.
just has these amazing responses, and he doesn't even try.
I didn't try. That just came out.
And
Okay.
I love you for it. We need
All
game
right,
therapy. Are we starting game therapy now?
We're starting game therapy. I forgot what our game therapy is.
It's
Oh yeah, we're
split
gonna
fiction.
watch a split fiction clip. So let's get into the game therapy.
I found someone playing I found a clip of someone playing this with their honest lifetime reactions. It is hilarious.
Okay, so let's get into it right now. All right, we have a clip from Split Fiction, a new game that's out now, and it's interesting because you have to play like it's a split screen game, and for two people. And it's interesting. Yes, there was the developer came on and said something about someone getting mad at being woke. We didn't say anything about that, but it's interesting. So let's give it a watch.
Mm-hmm. Brace yourselves, you're gonna laugh.
Major, Mamma Mia! Major! Well, we did seal it, didn't we? Can we stop it? Here! Hurry before it explodes!
I'm not gonna have to deactivate this. Oh,
You're gonna
God.
defuse it!
This is actually really cool gameplay. That you one of you has to defuse it with a phone, and one of you has to drive while being shot at. That's really clever.
Yeah, but the process of deactivating a bomb is ridiculous.
Come on! Skip it!
But this is really clever. I like this. I have to give them props for that. That's really clever.
Fair enough.
It's not giraffe.
I don't know if the game's story is good or whatever, but this is
Where's my bike, Yakusha?
Dude, it's gonna fucking...
I gotta read the terms and conditions, yes.
Why are you reading them? Accept! Are you typing?
I gotta type this.
Oh boy! Fuck! 8, nothing! 6,
No! What?
Order
you did it to bake! It all crashed to the bake! autocorrect.
Fucking autocorrect of cookies. Oh my god.
Interesting.
I just thought that was hilarious. Like literally, you have all these technical difficulties just trying to defuse a bomb.
It's interesting. Look, I'm not vouching for the game itself. I don't know enough about it to say whether it's good or not, but I think it's interesting that, it's definitely some kind of I will say I like the idea of using the split screen in this way. I'm not saying necessarily using I'm not saying this is exactly what I would use it for, but I like the idea of it being used this way. It's called split fiction. Again, we're not advocating for the game. We're just saying
we are simply reacting to a clip I found of people playing the game.
I think it's interesting. I can't remember if there's any game. I mean, maybe I'm terrible with this, so I could be completely wrong. But I can't remember if there's any game that does this same kind of thing with a split screen.
Actually, I think Darksiders Genesis does when you play co-op. I think
Smash and Hypnotic have been playing it, seem to approve. Yeah, it seems good. It seems like it's pretty good, and I like the idea of this. It's really clever.
But have they gotten up to this yet? Because this was funny.
It's pretty clever. I gotta give it props. That's pretty interesting gameplay, and it's something that's different. So I gotta give it props for that. That's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Not gonna lie. We got some super chats. We got Taffney M for $4.99 with a salute and a heart. Thank you so much. And we have the Proctofile for $2. Check your DMs. Sorry in advance. Uh-oh.
I just checked. I gave my response.
No, we are not showing Pedro Pascal as Dumbledore and Zendaya as Hermione. No, thank you. This is not happening. We are not showing these pictures into the world. We put these pictures into the world, they will come true.
Don't make it come true.
We are right now 6 super chats away from hitting the goal for the extra story, and we have one topic left. So just throw that out there. Again, if we don't make the goal, that's cool. We'll bring it up again next week. But if you guys want to make it there, you can. And yeah, if you haven't already, make sure to hit that like button below, clock in, and I guess we'll get ready into our next topic, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
This is going to be a fun one, guys. It's time for Powerpuff Girls. Let's go.
The Powerpuff Girls fighting crime, trying to save the world.
No.
Sorry.
Okay.
Just play the clip.
We're good.
Just play the buffer.
Sugar, spice, and a whole lot of cringe.
Terrible acting and CGI on the fringe.
A Powerpuff disaster, a total disgrace.
A mess so bad, it should be erased. Thank God this never saw light of day. The part of it did.
We really heard about this show for a while, and it got first it was in development hell, and then it just got canceled. And we got a script out there a long time back that people were reading, and it was absolutely the most cringe things ever. As you can see at the top right corner, Bubbles says, "I've always believed in you and defended you, Dad, even when you sold away our likeness to that cartoon, which, by the way, totally whitewashed us."
They used that line. They used that line in the trailer too.
Yes. So, speaking of trailer, what happened? Well, it appears that a lost media YouTuber was able to somehow get a hold of the actual trailer for this show, the unreleased pilot, and it's been getting copyright struck everywhere. But fortunately, unfortunately, whatever you want to call it, we got a chance to look it over, and well.
Oh, weren't we supposed to watch it again before the stream?
We did.
Oh, yeah. I forgot. That's how bad it is.
Yeah. So it was, put it this way. People like to throw around the define woke. You don't even know what woke means.
It's this trailer.
Yes, if somebody asks me to define woke from now on, I will simply point them in this direction and say, watch this trailer. That's what woke is.
Yeah, because it has literally everything that we all hate.
It's literally has a bunch of stuff. They made Mojo and Jojo two men, and the Powerpuff Girls. Bubbles is a drunk. Blossom is a ditz. I think Buttercup is like non-gender conforming and gets mad and says that she won't wear the dresses anymore because it's so heteronormative, or it's gender conforming or whatever. I kid you not, these are actual lines in the show, and they race swapped Professor Utonium and gave him the first name Drake.
I'm pretty sure Professor Utonium doesn't have a first name at all.
But honestly, I don't blame you, honey, for not having much recollection of this, because I think most people after watching it did not. The most positive response, I will say, is people saying, this is so terrible, I wish they did 5 seasons of this.
Just so people could laugh?
But I'm going to tell you something crazy. They kill off Mojo and have Jojo become the mayor, and they have Blossom flirting with it. It's a weird show. Like, it is weird.
Yeah. And also, who's that little girl with the pigtail braids? I feel like it's that... part of me is thinking it's that rich girl who wants to be a Powerpuff Girl who always dresses in gold and becomes an enemy of the Powerpuff Girls just because they keep showing her up and stuff. Don't remember her name, but I know she's a character. Why do I feel like it's that kid, even though she should be the same age as the triplets?
I don't know, but I will tell you something interesting, honey. Someone threw this out there, and it literally makes so much sense to me, because this trailer was terrible, but they killed Mojo, right?
Mm-hmm.
They said, how much do you want to bet that if this had been made into a show, at some point they would have somehow salvaged his brain and put it into the body of a monkey?
Oh, someone did say that, didn't they?
I'm sorry. Can you not see that? I could totally see them doing that.
So can I, unfortunately.
Honestly, the thing that fascinates me about this is I don't know how this even got to the point where it was, okay? If I had read this script, and even if I can't imagine anybody, even the most woke or progressive person ever reading this script and not thinking it was terrible. Like, the script was so bad. It was talking about Bubbles being on her back and having her sex tape leaked, and they were waking up Blossom, wake up or we're going to leak your nudes everywhere. Like, I kid you not. People were like, this script cannot be real. And then it started getting copyright claimed everywhere.
And which just proved that it was real.
Yes. However, and they came out and said that it was, but it was an early draft, whatever. People were kind of like, this has to be a joke. Well, we've seen the trailer, and we can tell you it's not a joke. It's pretty much spot on.
More or less, yeah. It's absolutely ridiculous.
I don't even understand how anybody ever made a pilot for this. First off, how a pilot even got made, it was beyond me. And second, this was a terrible idea. This idea was awful. This idea should never been a thing. Now, you're probably wondering, well, why am I getting so passionate about whatever? I'll be honest. When I was younger, I have a sister. I watched Powerpuff Girls.
I watched it growing up, too. I grew up with the debut movie, and I read some of the comic books based off of the TV show, and I watched some of the TV show. And I had a little bit of merch.
I saw some of it because my sister liked it and whatever, and that's fine. And I'm not like I love Powerpuff Girls, but this was a stupid idea. I'm not even a Powerpuff Girls fan, and I could tell you that this was a dumb idea. Literally, there's not a single person on the internet who was reacting to this trailer who was like, wow, this is amazing. Nobody thought that. This was so bad. And the funniest thing, there is actually a breaking development on this that I haven't told you, honey, right? This happened like earlier today. Okay?
Tell me.
This is what's crazy.
What happened?
The CW actually gave a statement on this.
Oh, no. What did they say?
So I actually have to look it up here.
And meanwhile, we all shall wait. Blah, 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 blah.
Do that?
Sorry. I was trying to be funny. I failed.
Let's see. Uh-huh. I can't seem to find it, but I know the CW basically came out and said that was basically what they said was this was never meant to see the light of day, and that they confirmed it indeed was a trailer for Powerpuff Girls. We knew it was, but they confirmed that it was 100% the case, and that it was never supposed to see the light of day, and they're not sure how it is. And they said that this is why they make pilots, because these kind of things can be too campy. You suck, CW. No wonder you've never been profitable.
No wonder no one wants to buy you either. Wow.
I cannot believe anybody thought this was a good idea. I'm sorry. You all are stupid.
You think?
Like, at one point, they even throw around the word in the trailer. In the trailer, they mention, oh, he's got like a hate boner for you. And it's like, what is this?
And Bubble says that's the best kind of boner.
Yes, but someone actually said that we could have gotten more Riverdale with this. And you know what?
Yeah.
I can't dispute that.
Nope. Riverdale was terrible.
Put it this way. We didn't think that you could top Batwoman. We stand corrected.
Topped Batwoman. This topped Batwoman by far.
Yes. We stand corrected. I don't know what you guys were smoking when you made this show. And quite frankly, the fact that it even got to a point of a pilot is concerning. But thank God this never got made into a show. It would have funded, there would have been YouTube channels that popped up that would have been funded by just reviewing this.
Pretty much, yeah. Those channels would probably have blown up overnight.
But thank God we never got this, because I'll be honest, the amount of cringe in this was at lethal levels. People would have died if they had to review this. I have no words. You guys managed to top. Put it this way: a show that never came out was probably the best decision that CW ever made.
Yeah, and watch how someone next leaks the full pilot episode.
I don't want it.
It's gonna happen at this rate.
I have the trailer.
But watch how someone is going to find the full episode and leak that.
I don't want it. Don't want it.
It's going to happen. I'm just saying, it might happen.
Nope.
It could.
Nope.
But it could.
No, we don't need it. Thank God it was canceled. Please keep this abomination everywhere. And whoever was involved with this, Diablo Cody was involved with this. Like, I'm sorry. I'm going to say this, and this is going to come off really strong, okay? But I don't mean it that strong. Whoever was involved with this and gave us a green light, if they're not fired, should be. They should never work in the industry again. I'm sorry. I don't know how in the world you ever thought this was a good idea. And if anybody thought it was a good idea, you shouldn't be in the industry. Because clearly, not just because you're not progressive enough, whatever, clearly you're missing some screws.
Yeah, and for me, what I find the most hilarious is that this trailer got leaked right around the same time that Killstar released a Powerpuff Girls crossover with plushies and merch.
I'm sure that didn't sell any merch, though.
I doubt it, but it's quite the funny coincidence, isn't it?
But yeah, we now have something. If anybody ever asks you to define woke, just send them to this trailer. It's on the Internet Archive. Give them a link to this trailer, and that is the definition of woke, is this show. Oh my God, we dodged a bullet.
Thank you, God. All right, that's a good place to stop.
I cannot believe this thing exists. Who thought this was a good idea?
Idiots, apparently. Lots of idiots.
Everybody. Oh my God, we have 132 people here.
Yep.
Oh, Dilvar the Glorious. Hi, Dilvar. I've seen you around on Twitter. I appreciate your takes, even though even though you don't necessarily agree with us on everything. Appreciate you being here, and appreciate you being nice.
We also appreciate being respectful in your response to my husband. Thank you
You're
very much for that.
You're getting robotic.
It is quite a breath of fresh air to find respectful comments when people don't like you.
Yeah, we appreciate that. But my God, this was so bad. I'm sorry. I watched this and I just think like, how in the world did anybody think this was a good idea? It is awful. It is. I was watching it and like, this has to be a parody. This seemed like people were saying this has to be like a parody that like College Humor made. Like
it wasn't.
It wasn't. This is real. This is real. It was so bad. Oh, Princess Morbucks.
Oh, that was her name.
It's a load of DEI and trash. No. This is if you have not seen the trailer, I cannot describe it to you. Okay? It is I can't even. It is I have no words. I have no words. It is so unbelievably bad. I cannot believe.
One thing I can bet that they were probably thinking of doing is bringing in Bunny and making it an allegory for people not liking disabled people or something. That just popped into my head.
No, I don't think that was what they would do. I think they would have taken Mojo's brain and put it into a monkey body.
Yeah, but you can't tell me that they wouldn't do something like that for Bunny.
Even if we don't agree a lot, I agree with you 100%. Yeah, I think this united the internet. People were like, "This is just I don't even know what to say."
More than the Snow White trailer, this united the internet.
Honestly,
wow.
I keep saying this over and over. Okay, I do not know how this even got into the part where they would make a pilot. I would have if the script. I'm telling you this right now, guys. The script we got was 100% real. 100% real. The script was worse than what we saw. They were literally them yelling at Blossom saying, "Wake up or we're going to leak all your nudes." And like, oh, is she upset that they killed Mojo? MoveOn.org. I kid you not.
Yeah. Oh, and Pickle Man, you're asking what about him? You can get him as a plushie from Killstar now.
I don't even have words. This is just I'm sorry. I'm so glad we didn't get I have no words. I'm so glad we didn't get any more. It literally had the script had like Buttercup like with a woman.
No, that was Buttercup in a relationship and literally openly talking about their bleep life.
No. So the thing that bothered me about that wasn't the fact that that they were doing that, was the fact that they literally have like bumping noises. Like it's in the script, bumping noises opens Blossom with like this other girl, and it was like, oh, sorry, are we interrupting? Like, no, we're done. Aren't we done? And the girl is, I think 6 times in a row is more than enough. It's like, what?
Yeah,
who
that was in the script.
This?
An idiot.
Wrote this?
An idiot.
Like, what? I kid you not. You might think that we're joking. If you want to read the script, and I don't think that you should, that is actually in the script. I kid you not.
Yep.
I cannot believe what we saw was the best parts.
And those were bad.
Also, followed you. Don't fully agree with you, but I respect you enough because we're able to have respectful conversations. I appreciate that. Honestly, you know, I wish there were more people like you. I honestly I don't mind people disagreeing. We used to be able to have discussions in fandom and anything just by having, you know, hey, I don't agree. Oh, you don't agree? Here's why. Let's have a talk about it. And now it's like, oh no, you don't like this? You're racist. You're sexist. It's like, no. Wait. Let's just talk this out. You know?
If only.
So I wish there were more people like you, Dilvar, because honestly, I respect you too. We don't agree.
Yes, thank you for being respectful, and thank you for existing.
Yeah, thank you. We need more people who can disagree and go, you know what? Let's just talk about it. Let's have different opinions. You know, it's cool. I love having discussions. Please have more discussions with me. Don't just call me racist. I'll have to use my Yu-Gi-Oh cards on you. You don't want me to use the Yu-Gi-Oh cards on you.
They are fun to use, though. You had so much fun making them.
Yep, that was fun. I have 15 of them. Don't ask why. But yeah, I think that was pretty good. Let's get to the super chats, and then we'll get to the.
Then we get to the super chats, then the poll, then we've hit the super chat goal. So
we
can
just hit the goal. We hit the goal. Woohoo! Oh, so get to the story. Okay, let's see. Super chats. The Proctor file for $2. Penance for the horrors I have created. It's not enough. Sorry.
No, not even a bad kitty is enough.
Joseph went for $2. Powerpuff Girls, Sugar Spice, and what was X thinking? Yep. Storm Reigns 372 for $2. Powerpuff Girls fans got lucky this time, I guess. I saw people say like there was like apparently it was this reboot. I didn't see anything of it. Honey, you know more about it than I do.
There was like 10 years ago a reboot of Powerpuff Girls that introduced another sister that was a black girl. I don't remember her name. I think it was Barry, maybe.
Long story short, people were saying
it was a black girl with like light hair and a sort of shiny purple outfit, I think. It did not go well.
Long story short, the people were saying maybe we judged that one too harshly after watching this. And you know what? If they're going to say
right.
that tells you a lot.
Uh-huh.
Servant of God 777 for $5. No one can claim the script is fake now. Mojo and JoJo prove it was legit, among other stuff. May this burn in hell. The OG series is still the best. Can't agree with you more there. Cesario JPN for $5. Why does Powerpuff live action look like a parody? Look like a corn parody? Because it honestly, if you had told me that was what it was, I would have not been surprised, honestly.
Yeah.
But my God, I wanted it to be a parody. Cesario JPN for another $5. I'll push it to 20 super. So this being Hogwarts now has an illegal drug lab for potions class. We're not doing that. I love jokes too.
No, that's the alchemy room. What?
Yeah. All right. Let's get into, we have a couple stuff. Let's go to the poll. We have a poll with 164 votes. No, I think we guys have already agreed, but we're going to go through it just in case. We have a poll. Smash the like button to keep your sanity. Should we call you all the night shift? And with 63%, yes, perfect name, followed by 20% that don't care, 15% say wait for the celebration, and 2% say they don't like it. I honestly like it because I think that the idea of the night shift and the clocking in by hitting that like button is a great idea. So I think we're agreed, guys.
One, it ties into therapy, and two, it ties into something gothic. So,
didn't Robot Chicken do a parody with Harry Potter basically Breaking Bad? Yes, I've seen that.
Yes, they did. They also Robot Chicken also did a thing where Chris Angel became one of their teachers.
Yeah, I saw that one too. But
that one was funny.
Yeah, so I think we're gonna go with the night shift. I think I like that. Night shift, guys. The night shift, you clock in. I like it. So I think that's what we're gonna go with.
Has everyone clocked in?
If everybody hasn't already, make sure if you're here and you haven't, you're gonna upset the master of ceremony by not clocking into the night shift.
What do you think of this? You like it?
Clock in.
Yeah. Do it now.
The night shift it is. I think it's good. I think everybody everybody likes it.
I do.
All right.
Even your respectful hater voted the night shift.
He's not a hater. I think look, I don't like calling people haters if they disagree. I think people are haters if they sick a bunch of bots on us, or they say that I should take off my clan robe for saying I wasn't going to watch the Harry Potter show.
Or for saying you're not a real therapist.
Yeah. That's a hater.
So
true. I don't think Dilvar is a hater. I think Dilvar is someone who disagrees with me on a lot. And you know what? That's totally cool. I appreciate that. I like pushback when it's respectful. We used to be able to do that. I don't know why we can't anymore.
It's a lost art.
All right. Let's get into the story because we have a story. And so we got to explain this. This is going to be a weird one.
Yeah.
So the story.
So when it started off, I said it was a story about lollipops. I told you guys because it sounded weird. I told you guys to make sure to give us the super chats for context. Hopefully, you've all stuck around for the context.
Yeah. So, long story short, I don't know why, but we all have like candy we like, and so I love You know those lollipops that are different colors, the ones you can get like in restaurants, whatever. I'm sure people know what I'm talking about. I like the green ones, the green and the yellows. The green and the yellows are my thing. So I like lollipops. I like having the green ones. But for some reason, I think that it looks really stupid to have a stick sticking out of your mouth. So I always break them off. Am I the weird person?
He breaks off the stick and then puts the whole candy in his mouth and then, lets it dissolve like a lozenge while the rest of the stick is still inside the candy.
No, there's just a tiny bit left. And then when
don't you taste the paper?
No. I just break off the stick. I eat it like it's a regular sucking candy. And then when the stick gets enough out, the rest of the stick gets enough, and I take it out and we're good.
No one eats lollipops like that, my dear. You're the only one.
I just think it looks weird. I'm sorry. I think it looks
That's
dumb.
why you hold it.
You see all these people out there. You see like these shows. You see like you ever see those cartoons where they have like the bad boys who have like they're sucking on the lollipop and they have a little stick out and it's like weird. It looks weird. You look dumb.
Because they're pretending it's a cigarette or toothpick.
I break off most of the stick. There's very little of it left.
I don't know why he does it. I really don't.
It's not as weird as you eating muffin paper.
I don't eat the paper. I eat the crumbs from the paper.
Oh, okay. And that makes it so in other words, you're weird too. We're birds of a feather, okay?
Why do you think we got married?
Sanji from 4 Kids in One Piece. Yeah. I hate you guys. I'm just kidding. Do you eat the stick bits? No, I literally, it gets to a point where there's literally a little, like a tiny, I break off most of the stick. There's like a tiny little piece in there that's like really small.
Somehow he doesn't taste.
I don't. It was weird.
Your taste buds are weird.
I'm officially weird now. Okay, thanks.
Just being here doesn't automatically qualify him as weird.
Heresy. See, Kermit Kevin here. Not all the the same way. Ha ha. Here you go.
Okay, so you're the only two people in the world to do it.
I'm not doing.
Master's favorite lollipop flavor is the Dum Dums green apple.
Yeah, I like those.
Surprisingly, mine
I break
is
the
the Dum Dums
stick off
bubblegum.
those too. I hate that. It's stupid. It looks bad. It does. It looks horrible. Nobody looks good with a lollipop stick out of their mouth. I'm sorry. Nobody likes them.
Not even me?
No one does.
But I make it look cute. I make anything look cute.
No comment.
Which
Make
means I'm
anything
right.
look cute except for when you scrape off pieces of muffin from the wrapper of the muffin. That's not cute.
You don't have to be there when I'm doing this. I've told you over and over. You can go back to bed.
You. What do you mean I don't have to be there?
Back to bed. You finish first. You can go back to bed. You don't have to wait for me.
Guess what, honey?
What?
It's time for a diagnosis.
And now it is time for the diagnosis of the week.
Where we take events from the week and relate them to a mental illness.
Because Hollywood is full of them, and you should be aware.
And we have an interesting diagnosis for this week.
Do tell.
So the diagnosis for this week is symbolic loss.
Please explain.
So symbolic loss occurs when an individual experiences emotional distress due to the alteration of something culturally or personally significant. This change diminishes the essence of what was once cherished, leading to feelings of disillusionment and frustration.
In relation to today's topics, with Daredevil Born Again, symbolic loss is exemplified as fans feel the reboot doesn't live up to the darker, more authentic tone of the Netflix series, with some changes and character moments feeling unearned, leaving viewers disappointed and disconnected.
With the Harry Potter HBO series, symbolic loss is exemplified as the casting change for Snape undermines the promise of a more faithful, lore-accurate adaptation, leading fans to question whether the show will honor the original source material or further alienate them.
And with the CW Powerpuff Girls leaks, symbolic loss is exemplified as fans are shocked and flabbergasted by the adult-oriented, gritty reboot symbolizing everything wrong with Hollywood's approach to beloved franchises, leaving fans stunned that this ever made it to production.
And that's why we think this is a great diagnosis for this week.
Agreed.
And I want to clarify, the Daredevil one, it seems a bit more negative. We liked it. It's just there are people who clearly are dealing with symbolic loss. It just isn't entirely us, at least not yet. But that's why we clarified it there. So again, it's symbolic loss to a degree because there are people out there. Most of the reasons people aren't liking it are because they feel it doesn't live up to the darker tone, and some things aren't earned. Some of the things that we had a problem with as well. But we're gonna wait and see.
Yeah. And yes, Shield Maiden, Dum Dum lollipops are kosher.
All right. Wow. This was a great show. We had a ton of people. We have a ton of people here.
I think we peaked at 135, 136, maybe.
What did you guys think of this format? I know it was a little different, not responding to the chat like the entire time. Did people hate it, it?
We went through it a lot faster for one.
I liked it. It didn't feel rushed.
Yeah. I'm inclined to agree.
A little annoying Hawkeye and Echo as canon to Kingpin. Yeah, I kind of agree. It was fun. Feel worse than the Netflix show. Well, to be fair, I think, let's be honest, I don't think anything would have lived up to the Netflix show. Let's just be honest.
Yeah, but it's
Feels
not bad.
More clean. Could be better. This format works. This works better. Yeah, I like it because I'll be honest, guys. I like Needs More Ravenstark was good. Worked better. I see the part that was hard is going back through and having to go through. What we would used to do is I used to star one of these messages right before we went to a topic, and then I'd scroll back up to the top and I'd start from there and go back down and try to get everybody's comments. And it was just way too difficult to keep up with. So honestly, I thought that kosher meant blessed by a rabbi. It's a little different. It means that it has some it means that it's been watched and it has kosher ingredients.
It was overseen. The creation of the product was overseen by a rabbi. But the ingredients have to have certain qualifications, and the cooking materials like the pots and pans and such have to have certain conditions, as well as the kitchen that it's used in.
Seems like everybody seems like it's better to keep up with. Yeah, it was much. This format is an improvement. Okay, cool. So that's what we're going to try to do from now on. We are thinking of doing something different for the end of the stream. Not the diagnosis, mind you. We're going to keep that, but something to add on to the end to involve you guys. But we're not sold on it yet. We have a couple plans for the show going forward, but because
I can't hear anything.
Honey?
I seriously, I can't. I see you moving, and I can't hear you even through the door.
So maybe you should charge your headphones for a minute or two.
I did. Okay, one isn't working now.
Maybe you can have your moderators feed you the relevant comments. You can vote topics. Well, we'll see. We'll see.
Maybe.
But I think it worked well. Came at the end, but I will check out the rest of this video. We leave the stream up, but we also cut out. The reason we do blue screen for certain topics is so that we can cut out ourselves from it and make individual videos for people who don't want to watch the whole stream. So, and that way we kind of put those out as individual videos. They're a little late with the topics, but you caught one episode of the Netflix and dropped it. Okay, I guess that, look, everybody has their opinions. I like the Netflix one. I think it was good. I don't think it'll ever live up to, I think it was pretty good. I'll be honest. Some people didn't like it. It's cool, but I think they did a really good job nailing Daredevil, at least in regards to the Netflix show. And here we'll see. But yeah, I was going to say, we have some plans for the show going forward to make slight changes, like maybe potentially involving guests, but we're not going to do anything until after Passover because Passover is going to make it impossible for us to do shows for 2 weeks. So we'll keep you guys posted on that, and we'll have some kind of content that goes up that won't be a show, but we'll have something that goes up while we're away for that. And yeah, I think we're good. Let's. I guess we're gonna end off for now. If you're new or you're not new, stay for our outro, and you can listen to what's it called? The Master of Ceremonies. Beetlejuice has a message for you at the end if you're so inclined to listen to it. But yeah, I think we're good. Otherwise, anything else, honey?
This was a good stream. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I like it. Give us a long rant during Passover. We'll see. We're thinking about it. But yeah,
We have some ideas.
Let's get into the outro then. We appreciate you all. You guys are rarely on YouTube.
We're live every Sunday.
So, and we're live every Sunday. We put out content all week. So, but yeah, maybe you didn't know about that, but we're here. But yeah, we'll let you guys know. We'll keep you updated via the community tab, post tab, whatever you want to call it. And yeah, we'll see you guys soon. Thank you all. Appreciate you. Make sure you clock out. Don't unlike. No, that's not what we're talking about. But you know what I mean.
Yeah.
This is the first time liking your live stream. I liked it. Love the investigative work on SBI and Wings. Double plus good. Well, thank you. Bad timing on my part, I guess. Well, first time for everything. All right. Let's get out of here because if we get out of here now, it will make us some shorts because I'm lazy. I don't want to make it myself. Okay.
Good night, everyone.
Good night, everybody.
Bye.
TikTok, the stream ends with midnight chimes. Pixelated therapy, cross digital lines. Hit subscribe for the void to make sense. Comment your woe as a form of recompense. Like the shadows merge in the twilight's haze, our channel's a refuge, a weird therapy maze. Can't pay a shrink, we got you fam. Laughs and guidance in this goth jam. Like the video break, the algorithm cell, share with your crew. Escape life's hell, from spooky memes to advice obscure. Here's your dark solace of humor as a cure. Own the night with our ghastly delight. Vendor of laughs in the negative light. Darker than your overcooked roast. Sub to the channel that you love the most. Bell tolls, it's the end time fair. But your issues, leave them right there. Strings of crypt, bury your dread. Return tomorrow for the undead.
I think it was Dostoevsky who said, later,